Howdy. Still can't get the lighting right. This is the oddest thing in the world. And I'm realizing that I have to look at the top part of my camera when I shoot this rather than, well, my face. Let's see how this goes. I'm in a different room, of course, and I'm trying different spots around the house, trying to see if I can find better lighting, and it's just not happening. So let's go on with this video. So I want to talk about a meeting that I had the other day with my consulting group. I'm part of a group of consultants here in Central New York, and I'm on the board, and I manage the website, and I write at least half the content. I used to write all the content, but now I manage half of it. And our conversation this past Friday was talking about social media marketing. And it turns out that I happen to be the biggest purveyor of social media marketing in the room, other than the one lady who ran the thing, and she doesn't basically do it as much for herself as she does for other people. And I found it interesting because I'm now considered one of the older members of the group. I've been in the group for 15 years, and when I first joined, I was easily the youngest person there. And I was the youngest person pretty much until, I would probably say, maybe 5 years ago, when someone else joined. And since that time, there's been other people who've joined who are in their 50s, but early 50s. And I'm in my late 50s. And we actually have someone who's in the 30s, and we may be having our second member who's in the 30s. But I found it interesting because as the conversations were going around, it was the question like, who's on Twitter? And there were very few people on Twitter. And who's on LinkedIn? Almost all of them are on LinkedIn, but almost all of them also acknowledge they don't do anything on LinkedIn. When we talked about Facebook, it turns out that me and one other person are the only two people who have business pages on Facebook. Everyone else just has a personal page, and they don't visit it all that much except to visit their grandkids, which is interesting because obviously I don't have any grandkids. And we talked about if you're going to be on there, you need to have both a plan and a goal. Now, the plan is a different type of thing because, you try to set up how you're going to put your content all over, the different social media platforms. But the goal is different because in regular business, you're basically hoping to reach clients by phone or by mail or by referral so that, you can work with them and make your money, because everyone in the room, or at least most of the people in the room, are independent consultants. But on social media, your reach can be a lot bigger and you might have the exact same goal, but it's harder to find those people sometimes. I mean, you look at someone like me. I'm a healthcare finance consultant who works mainly with hospitals. Only 3 hospitals in my town. And hospitals aren't necessarily all that close, so I basically have to try to reach most of the United States. I try to stay northeast. There's enough hospitals in the northeast to reach. But, that's why I basically do social media marketing. But when they asked everybody what their goal was, really only one other person besides me had a social media marketing goal. And one was the lady who actually does that. And she says, well, I'm trying to get my clients to be known better in social media so that they can get more business, which is a great goal. My goal was that I'm trying to promote myself more as a personality than as this person who does all these different things. I figure I have a website that covers the healthcare stuff. I have the blogs and everything else trying to promote me more. Because my long-term goal is to be a professional speaker, which I've done a lot of, and I love that kind of thing. I love to be paid to travel around the country and talk to people about different types of things, which is how come I address different types of things. But that's really my goal with being on social media. That and, having an occasional bit of fun. I mean, I told those folks that my thing on social media is I love Twitter a lot. I have met a lot of people around the world on Twitter. I've talked to people in some amazing places. I'm connected to celebrities on Twitter. Every single one of them, except one, followed me first. The only one who did, and I'll mention his name, Derek Coleman, who was a former Syracuse University basketball player. But he connected with me after he noticed that I was connected with him. And there you go. So it's me, Derek Coleman, and the rest of the world. And it works kind of well in the fact that, I am at least being seen. It turns out I'm on over 13,000 lists, which is amazing because I'm only following about 1,300 people, and I have about 4,800 following me. But I have gotten, some speaking engagements from my business blog. Haven't gotten them from my other stuff, but I'm working on it. I've been asked to contribute articles. I've been interviewed. So, it's here and there. But that's really my goal. That's how come I participate on social media as much as I do. That's why I do all these videos. That's why I write so much, because I'm hoping that as I get older, that I will be more of a personality. Obviously I'm not going to be a big time celebrity. That's never going to happen. But it would be nice to have people paying me to come talk to them. But that's my goal. Do you have a social media marketing goal? What are you really trying to do with it? Are you basically just going on to learn? Are you writing articles trying to make money? Let me know. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope you have a wonderful week.